So to yesterday on May 6th, I finally won one of my first trades. This was the first trade that I've actually taken seriously that I've won, which is really exciting for me. This is just the overall, it was a plus 1500 USD trade off of a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So I put in 0.5% of my account, which was 500 fake paper trading dollars, and then I ended up making 1500 USD off of this trade. And this trade went from 2 a.m. to 16 or to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So this trade took 14 hours to hit take profit. Some of the things I believe I did well on this trade were I went off of a liquidity sweep and then I found a break of structure to the downside on a lower time frame. I found a clear liquidity sweep. Um, sorry. I found a clear liquidity sweep and it broke structure to the downside right here. And then after that, I just found it just kept hitting higher highs and higher lows all the way down to when it hit take profit. And something I'm super proud of, and I also think I got really lucky with, is that so I truly did I could have, and then the take profit was right where the end of we're proud of for this trade. I feel like I set the take profit and stop loss really well. I think that in general, having sort of a soft stomach with de-risking and with where I set my take profits, it actually might be good for me early on. And then when I get more experience, I can sort of experiment with multiple take profits and maybe up to 5 to 7 to 1 risk to reward ratios. So I also think I mastered the daily bias quite well um in the weekly forecast for this week. I kind of illustrated that we had higher highs, higher lows, and then price kind of seemed to retrace back up into these lower highs and lower lows, and then price retraced back up. And so then I predicted that we would have a break of structure to the downside. And that's what this has sort of formed a bit of a liquidity sweep. And we can see that prices retrace back up once again. So my guess is that it's going to keep going back down because we're in a bearish trend. We have a liquidity sweep, price chops a little bit, it goes up, then it's going to keep coming within where market wants it to go, and then it's going to just go down into the depths. So some things that I think I could have done better here are my entry. I think my entry was pretty good, but it could be a bit better. Um, Instead of what happened here was I hit the alarm and then I jumped into the trade 30 minutes later. And what I need to be doing is, especially for if I want to be more of a day trader, I guess this trade took a very long time to hit take profit, 14 hours. So I might have it might be a little bit more leeway there. But day trade, I need to have precise entry and I can't just if I miss an entry, I can't really just try to see if I can still jump in and force the trade when I missed it. Here, price goes up a bit. This would have been the perfect place to enter off of the trade, and I could have made more money here. This was where the fair value gap was that I mentioned earlier before, right here. This is where price wicks into that fair value gap that's marked by this blue. So this would have been the ideal entry. This is where I ended up actually entering, and it's not ideal. I still think I did a pretty good job entering, but I could definitely use some improvement in that area. I also think I should be more careful of news. I checked news and it was kind of just a lot of small impact news that didn't really affect the markets tremendously that I can see of. But I still should be a bit more careful of the news, especially if I'm trading on higher time frames like this one on the hourly, because um, especially on the high time frames, news really does make a lot more of a difference. And the last thing I could do is understanding time sessions better. Um, Here, I didn't exactly look at this. I don't know exactly what the sessions mean. I do know that the New York London overlap is the best time to take a trade. And I took this trade during Tokyo session, which was probably not ideal. I should wait, figure out what the sessions are, what that means, and why the timing looks like this because of my time zone. um, and just see like what these gaps are. Like I don't know any of this, um, and what sessions to trade on and why sessions matter. I don't know that sessions matter tremendously, at least at this point, but I do think it should be something that I should invest some time into. So overall, I think this was generally a good trade to take. It feels really good to win. Excited to see if I can just keep doing this and then work on what I can do to get better, which is better, more precise entries, more awareness and comprehension of what news actually means, because I really don't know that much so far, and a better understanding of sessions. If I can just improve these three things, I think I can start to hopefully see more trades like this and hopefully it won't be too long before I turn profitable on paper trading. Maybe another 3 months, hopefully. Summer I can be a profitable trader on paper trading. So, see what trades I can take next.